Hey, Andre, I'll start us off. Congratulations on your award. If I could have told you at the beginning of the year that you'd be all freshman, would you believe me?
Nah, I wouldn't. It's been a really different year. Um, Obviously not a typical year for a freshman. Us freshmen here, and all over on other teams as well. But I just I wasn't really, I never played thinking about winning awards or anything. I'm all about the team, so I will always, do anything I can to help the team win. So, but now that that happened, just really, really proud of myself. And like I said, I'm not a guy that gives a lot of credit to myself because, like I said, I'm always all about the team, and I know there's always room to improve. But that happened, and I'm just really proud of myself. Like all the work, countless hours in the gym, putting extra work, just trying to get better, are definitely paying off. But job's not finished, and we just got to continue to work and get better.
I'm sure everybody wants to be a part of a starting lineup. What pride do you take in being sixth man of the year?
A lot, a lot, a lot, a lot. I at the beginning of the year, I kind of felt like I had a good chance to have that spot, but dealt with an injury, concussion. That slowed me down a little bit. And coming off the bench, I've always liked coming off the bench, and I came off the bench in high school. I'm sorry. Coming off the bench in high school, and I think that it's always for me. I like that better because, like I said, previously, you see what my teammates are doing wrong, and you can kind of like come in and bring that spark of the bench, and bring all the things of the bench that maybe my teammates are not bringing. And it's not necessarily the bad thing that my teammates are doing, bad things. Let me come in and just sit them. I just kind of like see it in a positive way because coming up the bench, I think that's very important to see what your teammates are doing wrong. That when you come in, you don't make the same mistakes. So really proud of that. Really great award. Only one in the school history, and just really proud of the job I've done so far. But like I said, the job's not finished, and we just got to continue to work and get better.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you, man.
Hey, Andre, you leave Puerto Rico before your freshman year in high school to follow basketball, to presumably be in a situation like you're in now and, moving forward. What's it like to actually be here right now, just kind of knowing the path that it took to get to this spot in your basketball career?
It feels great. Just once again, proud, excited, happy, a lot of emotions. Never thought I'll make it this far. Coming where I come from, just because a lot of people don't make it, and just knowing that all the work I've put in is paying off. And I told my brother before I left, like I'm gonna make it. Like I'm gonna go D1. I'm gonna be in a good school. We're gonna go to the big dance, March Madness. I'm gonna do it. And seeing that right now, like it's crazy. Like once again, a lot of like different emotions because not too many people make it this far coming where I come from, and I'm just really proud of myself that I've been able to do it. And and I think the most important is like being able to impact other people's life. I get people like text me saying like they want to do things like me, like what can they do, this and that, and that just makes me just go even harder. Like that's my gas to my car. Like that gives me more energy to continue to improve, because that's what it's all about at the end of the day. Like it's not about the winning and losses. It's just what can you do for other people? How can you impact other people's life? In the world of basketball, and knowing I'm doing that, I'm just very happy. And like I said, not worry about winning, losing, scoring 30, having 20 assists. Just I want to be able to play the game the right way and impact other people's life.
When did those? Is there a text that you can share that you got from maybe a younger player? And like, about when did those start coming in?
I have plenty, but that started, ever since I left Puerto Rico, about sophomore year in high school. I'll say, just because I really didn't have the best freshman year in high school. But once I started doing my thing, like from sophomore year to senior year, a lot of people just doing that. And every time I went home, people like always like telling me like actually in person as well. And once again, like that, I think that's what it's all about, just being able to impact other people's life, and, playing the game the right way.
Thanks, Andre. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Hey, Andre, thanks for taking the time. As a freshman, how integral is it to have someone like Io as a teammate on the floor and someone you can look up to given his success with the program?
Oh, it's great. It's great. Everybody knows the kind of player he is. He puts countless hours in the gym, and that's I try to mock that. I try to do that because I see what he's doing in NCAA, like only player averaging 25 and 6 or 20 and 6 and 5, something like that. Like that's just countless hours in the gym. Like putting all that work in, it's definitely gonna pay off, and that's something our coaches tell us. Like you work hard, the game will reward you. But if you cheat the game, like it ain't gonna reward you. So just seeing that from him, especially him, our best player on the team, like it's great. And being a freshman, you can learn so much from it.
What's he like away from the court, away from the game with you guys, just in terms of showing that that leadership?
He's just another, just like anybody else. He's just a human being. Like he talks, he laughs, smiles. Like he's a great kid. Like nothing against him. Like always, he's like I don't even know how to explain it, because he's just like free. Like he talks to you, like he jokes around you, but when it's time to get serious and lock in, he'll lock in. So he's just like any other human being in the world, but just the only thing he has different from others is he's the best player in the NCAA right now.
Thanks, Andre. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Hey, Andre, what kind of changes for you guys as you start to play in terms of game preparation and things like that, as you start to play games on back-to-back days in the Big Ten tournament, or 2 out of 3 days in the NCAA tournament?
Just mentally we gotta be ready to go all the time. Knowing that we have games back to back. I think the most important thing is just gonna be if we're gonna be mentally prepared, because the game, when it comes to playing, we're gonna go on the court, we're gonna give it our all. But if we're not mentally ready, I think we could be beat, and that's the only way we're gonna get beat. Mentally, we're not ready, because we showed it, Michigan, and all the games when we come in mentally ready to go and paying attention to details, scouting report, KYP, like knowing our personnel, like ain't nobody gonna beat us. As long as we come in mentally ready and with the desire of playing the way we know we can play, it's gonna be very tough to beat us. But once again, just mentally gotta be ready to go, and I'm sure we're gonna be like that, because we know what we're capable of.
And then with the Big Ten tournament being in Indianapolis and the NCAA tournament being in Indiana, you guys could be there for a while. Do you guys feel like you're mentally prepared for this journey ahead?
Oh yeah, we've been doing it since we got here. I think we've done a great job with COVID. We haven't had a positive test since August. Obviously, a lot of credit to Coach Underwood for pushing that every single day, to stay away from people, wear our mask and all that. And, that's what we've done so far. Like we've been in our apartments or in the gym, nowhere else. So I think we're used to it, and I think we're going to be ready to go.
Hey, Andre, you've played with some talented big men in your time, but I'm just wondering, how is Kofi Coburn different? How does he impact the game differently?
Well, I think you can see it yourself. He's 7 feet tall, 300 pounds, runs the floor like no other big man. Having him on the team, it's great. Every I'm sure at least almost maybe every Big Ten team has a 7-footer, but no one like Kofi. No one's built like him. It's very hard to stop him in the paint. He's willing to listen every time I have a good connection with him. He's from New York. We've played against each other many times. So that connection with him is there, and that's what I like. Like our connection is just really good. Like on and off the court, on the court we still joke around with each other. Like whenever I think he could do something better, I tell him, and he's willing to listen. If I know, maybe they're when I drive, they're cracking down on him. He's tall, so I tell him, yo, like every time I drive, like I'm gonna throw it high or I'm gonna throw it low, be ready for it. So like he's a great kid, man. He's a great kid. His personality, it's great, and I rely to him a lot because I think we have similar personalities in terms of having that smile in our face, throughout the whole day, and when we have that smile in our face, you can expect a good game from both of us.
And did you read Josh Whitman's open letter yesterday? And what was your thoughts about it?
I haven't, but I know what he said. I'm just really, really happy he's supporting us. Knowing that our AD is involved in these kind of things is great. That shows that he cares. That shows that he wants to see us win. And knowing that not many people want to see that, unfortunately, and knowing that he wants to and he's our AD, it's great. But that's in the past, and what's in the past you can change it. We just got to go out there and prove it. And knowing that he did that, I'm just proud of him and for doing all the work he's done. And he has our back, and we're gonna have his, by making the statement that we're the best team.
Thanks, Andre.
All right, who's up next?
I think it's Stevens.
Oh, Bello, my only question is, I think I have this over the last 6 games. You've worn your headband upside down. I'm just curious, is there anything to that, or is it a superstition or something?
No, not really. Just kind of, I guess you can call it for style. A lot of people have asked that, but it's something that shouldn't. Not too important, I guess. So I wasn't really like telling people why, but just I guess you can say it just for style and just a different look.
Do you have any?
Been playing really good like that too, so I ain't gonna change that.
You gonna keep doing it?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Do you have any like what you would call superstitions? Like I have to do this before game day or before I play?
Ooh, yeah, I have many, and I wish people saw how. Maybe you guys can help me with the word when you have to be like organized. Like, what's that word? Like, I don't know the word. It's my English is not good enough.
Disciplined.
OCD, something like that. Is that the word? Yeah. Like I need to, like I have like a great routine every game. Like even like on game day, like I shower at a specific time. Like after pregame meal, like I have to shower, like all that stuff. So I have many. So
thanks, Bella.
Hey, Andre,
hey, Crow, you're making too much noise over there, man. I'm messing with you.
Hey, Andre, does the situation with the Big Ten title provide more motivation going into the Big Ten tournament title or the Big Ten tournament?
Yeah, I'll say so. We kind of made a statement on that game, and knowing that we didn't get it, got us a little mad. But like I said, it's in the past, and I know we have all the support from our AD, from our coaches. I know they have our back. So, you know, us players, we ain't really worried about that. We just focusing on what's ahead of us. We have a saying, very important saying here, you know, and a lot of credit to our trainer, Fletch, and which is win. What's important now? And what's important now is our game on Friday. So that's in the past, and we're just gonna focus on our game on Friday. I mean, that and today's practice, obviously. And then we're just gonna take it day by day, game by game, and you know, let our game speak by itself.
Thanks, Andre.
Is there anybody else up? If not, Jim, you can go ahead.
Hey, Andre, I was going to ask you, you talked about being a role model for kids in Puerto Rico. I'm old enough to remember Butch Lee. Do you have any familiarity with Butch Lee and what he did at Marquette? And have you had interaction with Butch Lee?
Oh yeah, he actually maybe 2 weeks ago, or I think it was after, or maybe last week after Ohio State game or Michigan's game. I'm not really sure. Might have been Michigan. He texted me, you know, just saying congrats, just, you know, keep up the good work. And yeah, I know him personally. He knows my dad as well. And every time he sees my dad in Puerto Rico or my mom or anybody that, you know, that's part of my family, like, he always talks very highly about me, and, you know, just really glad I know him. And, you know, he's a great guy. Like he did great things at Marquette. And his kids are great people as well. And, you know, just really glad I know him personally.
Well, if I can go back to when you said, I'm going to make it, you're like a 14 or 15-year-old kid leaving Puerto Rico. I mean, you had to be scared, didn't you? You had to be wondering. I mean, tell me that I'm going to make it statement again, and where the confidence oozed from you as such a young man.
Well, I've been through a lot, man. When I left my family, I was just a little kid, and, you know, knowing that I knew I was gonna face many challenges throughout my career, that built my confidence, that built my I had to mature really quick, not having my family here, and you know, been through a lot. And throughout my high school career, I've always been like an underdog, and been an underdog here as well. And that's just kind of my mentality. Just, you know, knowing that a lot of people don't necessarily think I could be what I know I could be, and, you know, that's my motivation. And, you know, that and the people back home are the people I do it for, because knowing that, you know, most people don't think I could do it, that gives me a lot of motivation to just continue to push hard. You know, just like people say, like the haters are gonna talk, and, you know, you just gotta. I use that as to my advantage. Like, I don't see it as a negative thing. I just use it as, you know, to my advantage. I laugh, and, you know, I just continue to put the work in, and you know, let the game speak by itself.
Thank you.
Okay, I think I can go.
Yeah, go ahead, Shannon. Yep.
Okay, thanks. This is not a very serious question, but you guys are coming to Indianapolis, like it was mentioned, for a very long time. And I'm just wondering, how do you pack for that? What do you bring? How will you entertain yourself?
I had to pack a lot. I don't know if you guys heard, but DB asked me how many shoes you're gonna bring, like what are you gonna bring, and I was like, DB, I have no idea, man, because I, you know, have so many things. You know, shoes. I love shoes. I like to play with different shoes if I could every single game. But, you know, I like packing sometimes. Sometimes I don't. You know, haven't done it in a while, so you know, just gonna put some music and, you know, just have fun with it and pack, you know, what I can, pack our Illinois gear and all that. Just have fun with it, you know, knowing that we have a lot of, you know, gear and that says Illinois basketball. I think it's a great thing, and just, you know, really blessed with the opportunity to be able to do this. You know, like I've been saying, not too many people get to do this back home, especially where I come from. So, you know, just really gonna use this to my advantage, and just be happy that I get to do this.
Well, I mean, do you have any idea of how many shoes you can fit in a suitcase? Are you hoping for over?
I'm literally gonna figure that out after practice, and I'm gonna have to pick and choose, and see what I like the most, and just probably bring what I like the most, because I probably won't be able to fit everything.
Tough decisions. And just, I mean, sorry, everybody, taking a lot of time, but just the, what will you entertain yourself with? I know some guys are bringing video games or consoles or.
Yeah, that video games every now and then, but I don't really, as of probably what's today, Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday. Probably tomorrow just gonna be last day of entertaining myself, because mentally got to lock in, and I'm even gonna log off my social media. I'm gonna log off everything, and lock in for this weekend and March Madness, because I know we got a chance to do big things.
All right, thanks.
All right, Joey, this is the last question with you.
Yeah, I think Shannon got him, but Andre, if you're kind of locking off of social media and video games, what do you do in a hotel every day for what could be a month? Like, do you have any idea what you're going to do with that downtime?
Just focus on the next day, and talk to my people, talk to my friends, my close friends, and do what I gotta do. I'm not really worried about maybe like going on social media. Like I'm not gonna do that. Maybe I'll play video game, but it won't be for too long. It's just gonna be maybe hour, a couple minutes, whatever, just to kind of like get tired and then go to sleep, because like I said, I know we have a really good chance to do big things, and if I could, I'll do the less I could, and to playing and going on social media. Like I'm gonna try my best to not do that, and that's another challenge. And like I've been saying, I love challenges, and I'm gonna challenge myself to do that. Got to block all the outside noise. That's another thing. I give a lot of credit to Fletch. It really appreciates blocking that outside noise, and just focusing on what's important now and on Illinois basketball. So I'm gonna do whatever it takes to do that.